Present.
Charlie Ramirez,
Present.
Jonathan Laraga,
Present.
Romeo Robles,
Present.
Rafael Munguia, Luis Madrigal, Andy Castro.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Okay. Need a motion for the excuse the absence?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to excuse the absentees.
Second.
I second it.
Second, Mr. Robles. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Next item, public testimony. Anybody signed up?
No one has signed up, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. And the approval of minutes of November the 9th, 2020. Review the minutes.
Chairman, I move to approve the minutes as
Okay, need a second?
Second.
Second, Charlie. Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Public hearing. Anybody signed up for public hearing?
We'll go ahead and present items first.
Yep.
Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Anaisa Licerio, City Planner with the City of Pharr. Tonight we have one item for your recommendation. CDI Engineering LLC is representing Double Twin Properties, Inc. Owners has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from General Business District C to Residential Multifamily High Density District RMFHD in order to develop and construct a 15-unit apartment complex on said property. The subject site is located on the north side of West Hummingbird Court with a physical address of 1200 West Hummingbird Court. The property is legally described as being all of Lot 1, Empire No. 2 Subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property fronts West Hummingbird Court, a 30-foot local street which runs east and west with a posted speed limit of 20 to 30 miles per hour, as identified in the City of Pharr's thoroughfare plan. The property is currently zoned General Business District C. The property, along with the property to the west, was zoned to Residential Multifamily High Density District RMFHD on December 3rd, 2002, and on January 22nd, 2015. The subject property was rezoned to General Business District C. The property to the south was rezoned from Agriculture and/or Open Space District AO and Heavy Commercial District HC to General Business District C on June 20th, 1995. The property to the east was zoned to Single Family Residential District R1 on December 4, 2001, and the property to the north was zoned to Single Family Residential District R1 on October 5th, 1993. The property is generally designated for single-family use in the future land use plan. The Residential Multifamily High Density District is established to provide adequate space and site diversification for medium to high density areas. This may be a zone for transitional areas developed for single-family usage, but because of the need for rehabilitation or changes in the character of the neighborhood, are now deemed suitable for some multifamily development. This zone allows medium to high density developments and should be located where additional requirements for streets, water and fire protection, wastewater, drainage, and adequate open space shall be met. RMFHD uses should not run traffic over long distances of single-family residential-sized streets or neighborhoods and should be located close to arterials or collectors capable of carrying the additional traffic. Multifamily developments are not a buffer between single-family and commercial uses and should be properly buffered from non-residential land uses and traffic, or from pollution and environmental hazards. 14 letters were mailed out to the surrounding property owners, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received no response to the letters or the legal notice. Development Services is recommending approval of the request to rezone from General Business District C to Residential Multifamily High Density District RMF HD as the property meets area requirements, has adequate ingress and egress. The property is compatible with adjacent and nearby uses and will not result in detrimental impact to the surrounding neighborhood character. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of December 7, 2020 at 4 p.m.
The applicant present?
And we don't have representation in the audience.
Okay. This item requires a public hearing. Anyone signed up for the speak on it?
Mr. Riley, we do have representation in the audience.
We do? Does the applicant like to have any comments this time? Come up, state your name.
If you,
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members. Ruben Canales, I'm representing STI and Double Twin properties. Basically, as you saw in your packet, it's just for townhouses, and I think it'll be a good addition to the city. So if there's any other questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
I don't know if I mentioned my name, Ruben Canales.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Anybody signed up to speak?
no one in the affected area.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing, open up the item for board discussion. No discussion? Okay, we'll close the public hearing, open up the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve rezoning request.
Okay, need a second?
Second?
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, all those in favor say aye, raise your hand.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries. Next item.
Item number 2, Pablo Soto Jr., engineer representing Rosana Riojas, president of Rich Heritage Construction, Inc., is requesting final plat approval of the proposed Heritage Manor Number 2 subdivision. The property is legally described as being the east 4.90 acre of the north 5 acres of the south 15 acres of Lot 121 Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 3400 block of North Sugar Road. The property is currently zoned residential multifamily high density district RMF HD. The adjacent zones are agricultural open space district 80 and heavy industrial district HI to the north, single family residential district R1 to the east, and agricultural open space district 80 and single family residential district R1 to the south, and agriculture open space district 80 to the west. The property is designated for single-family residential use in the land use plan. Proposed use, apartments. Variances, none requested. Recommendations, Development Services recommends final plat approval of the proposed Heritage Manor Number 2 subdivision, subject to the following conditions before you. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of December 7th, 2020 at 4 p.m.
Okay, thank you. This item does not require a public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open up the item to board discussion. No discussion? Okay, close the board discussion. Open up the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve.
Second,
I second it.
second, Mr. Robles. Okay, all those in favor, say aye, raise your right hand.
What?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Okay, next item is plats. Announcement and other business, I'm sorry.
One more.
Do we have one more item?
Yes, it'll be under other businesses.
Okay.
Other business.
Applicant LNG Investments LLP is requesting an extension of their special use permit SUP number 191167 to continue to allow the outside storage of materials and/or equipment in a general business district C. The property is legally described as being the rear 1.78 acres more or less out of Lot 1, Steel Wheels Subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas, and is physically located at 3225 North Sugar Road. Fire and code compliance are pending reinspection. Planning recommends approval. Applicant is asking for an extension of their special use permit to continue to allow the outside storage of materials and/or equipment, which is set to expire on December 9th, 2020. If approved, this item will be provisional for only 6 months.
Okay, thank you. This item does not require a public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open it up for board discussion.
Yes, sir.
Questions?
Do they have to go through a reinspection again?
They do go out for inspections.
Before we give them the permit again, the extension or no?
If approved, yes, they would have to go through re-inspections.
The 6 months is the max. Extension is of 6 months is the max.
Sorry about that. Roland Gomez, Assistant Director for Development Services. Yes, we are approving or recommending approval for only 6 months. And if you all approve it, it will be only for 6 months.
The way the economy and the health thing is right now, everything's kind of backed up and slowed down, so I can see why it would be necessary. But if in 6 months everything picked up and all of that, and they requested it again,
They can have the option to request it. As of right now, it's only provisional for 6 months.
okay. Any other board discussion? None? Okay, we close the board discussion, open up the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to extend the use permit.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Second, Charlie Ramirez. Okay, all those in favor, say aye and raise your right hand.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
Any other further business announcements?
No, sir.
None? Okay.
Chairman.
Next session, next
I
one
move
is
to adjourn.
adjournment. There you go.
I'll
I have a
second.
second to adjourn, okay. All those in favor, raise your right hand and say aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign, okay, none. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Good night.
See y'all guys later.